For 3 out of 4 years, February has 28 days. On the 4th year, however, an extra day is added to make it 29 days. This is known as a leap year. One of the more popular myths as to why February is the shortest month, is that Roman Emperor Augustus Caesar stole a day so he could add it to August, which was named after him. But that is not true. Rather, February has 28 days because to the Romans, the month was an afterthought. You see, our modern calendar is loosely based on an old and confusing Roman calendar. Legend has it that Romulus, the first king of Rome, devised a 10-month lunar calendar that began at the spring equinox in March and ended with December. That's right. January and February did not exist. To the Romans, winter was nameless and dateless, and there was no system for keeping track of the days. The second king of Rome, Numa Pompilius, decided to make the calendar more accurate, by syncing it up with the 12 lunar cycles, whose length is about 354 days. So what did he do? He tacked in 2 months, January and February, right after December to account for the new days. The new months had 28 days each. But that did not sit well with the king, because even numbers were considered bad luck at the time. So, he added a day onto January, giving the year an odd-numbered 355 days. No one knows for sure why February was left with 28 days, thus remaining an unlucky month. But it may be related to the fact that Romans honored the dead, and performed rites of purification in February. In fact, the word February means to purify in the dialect of the ancient Sabine tribe. But this calendar was still flawed. Following the lunar cycle worked well for a few years, but soon the seasons became out of sync with their typical months. But give it to the enterprising Romans to find a fix. They added a leap month, and it fell upon Rome's high priests to decide when the month would arrive. No one else in the city could keep track of what day it was, and it was a nightmare. It was even said that the officials in charge of date-keeping took advantage of this system to extend their time in office. Then, in comes Julius Caesar. While in Egypt with Cleopatra, Caesar was amazed by the superiority of the Egyptian way of calculating time based on the movements of the sun, rather than the moon. The advanced Egyptians determined the tropical year at 365 days, very close to the actual revolution of the Earth around the sun. Their year was divided into 12 months, all of which had either 30 or 31 days except February, which contained 28 days in common years and 29 in every 4th year. Cleopatra's astronomer Sosigenes convinced him to institute a calendar based on Alexandrian reckonings when he returned to Rome. And when he finally returned to Rome, Caesar did just that. He commissioned an expert to put aside the lunar origins of the Roman calendar and make it sun-based, like the Egyptian one. He added 10 days to the Roman calendar, and an extra day in February every 4 years. Now, the year averaged out to 365¼ days. It's interesting to note that leap years initially inserted the extra day between February 23rd and February 24th. There was no February 29th in the Julian calendar. With this new transition to the solar calendar, there arose confusion. The old and new calendars were not aligned. To get Rome back on track, days were added to the year 46 BCE, and as a result, the year clocked in at 445 days. It was nicknamed the Year of Confusion, and to this day, it holds the title of the longest year in human history. Centuries later, it emerged that astronomer Sosigenes had overestimated the length of the year by 11 minutes and 14 seconds. This slight inaccuracy caused the calendar dates of the seasons to regress by almost 1 day per century. By Pope Gregory's time, the cumulative effect of this error had shifted the dates of the seasons by about 10 days from Caesar's time. The Pope made the correction by advancing the calendar 10 days after October 4, 1582. The day following was hence October 15th, instead of October 5th. The Gregorian calendar differs from the Julian calendar, only in that no century year is a leap year, unless it is exactly divisible by 400. As a result, the year 1600 and 2000 were leap years, but the year 2100 will not be a leap year. Ordinarily, they would all be leap years because they are exactly divisible by 4. While adjusting the Julian calendar, Pope Gregory XIII did not make any adjustments to the month of February. Therefore, the reason February is the shortest month today, is simply because